Hey everybody, it's Regan Sample, your Longmont Realtor, and today I'm with Scott Moore, the owner or co-owner of Jester's Dinner Theatre on Main Street here in Longmont. So thanks for taking time to talk to us.
Sure.
I'm excited to hear more about your story, what made you start the dinner theater. So I'll just turn it over to you. Tell us more about why you started this.
Sure. As we were saying before, this is really a 35-year journey. I met my wife at the Wayside Inn Dinner Theatre in Berthoud in 1987, doing a production of My Fair Lady. And previous to that, she had done a production at the Dickens Opera House with Arnold Turner, where they did I Do, and they raised money for the piano and the lights at the Opera House. And so it did really, really well. So during that summer when we were doing My Fair Lady, the Opera House Association called her and said, hey, would you like to produce some shows at the Dickens Opera House?
That's
So
awesome.
she said sure, and she kind of brought me along, or I asked her if she would take me. so we spent 5 years up in the Dickens Opera House doing dinner theater, and found out really early on that it was a rough go. It wasn't as easy as we thought it was going to be, and we learned really fast too to get kids involved, and so we started offering classes. It
Cool.
seemed like the parents were way more willing to spend on their kids than they were to spend on themselves to come see a show. So that's the beginning of our journey, and especially the beginning of our journey with the educational portion of it.
Yeah. Well, that's neat. So there's news right now that you guys are kind of ending this run, and it's coming up here soon. What are the shows that are coming on right now that people can come out and get a chance to come in here to Jesters, experience a live show?
Sure. This Friday we're going to open Guys and Dolls, and it'll run through May 29th, so a 2.5 month run, and kind of a really upbeat, fun musical to go out on.
Yeah.
And in the meantime, we have a couple classes. We just started a class yesterday where the kids are doing 7 Brides for Dracula, which is
nice.
a super funny show. And then later on this spring we'll do Aladdin, and that'll be the final class that we offer.
What are some of your best memories that you're going to have going away from here?
Sure. The biggest thing is the people we've met along the way. We've been in this location 22 and a half years, and the things you learn too about running a business and the mistakes you make, and we really 3 years in we should have just turned it off and gone home then, but we persevered, and that's I always think that's a good trait to have. But sometimes, man, it's hard. If I'm persevering and I'm going through all that sweat and tears and rough times, but it really paid off on the back end. The people we've met, like I said, and then the business got better and better and better. And really, once we started doing like the online ticketing and that kind of thing, it really helped us a bunch. So I'd say like since 2015, things have been really good here. So we're leaving the business while it's really good. But I don't know that there's a really good time to ever close, So you gotta just choose it and go.
What do people love most about coming into Jesters?
It's low key. So we're not, you don't have to dress up to come here. You don't have to have 25 years of acting experience to get on stage. So many of the people we've gotten on stage have been parents who have had their kids involved, and we'll be casting a production and be like, we could use some more adults, and you're here a lot, why not jump in, And so it's been fun, and then they get to perform with their kids sometimes too, which is super fun. Yeah. Jim Berthold, who is our volunteer bartender for 23 years and does shows, he met us when we were up at 9th and Main in like 1997. We were putting Annie together, and his daughter was in it. He was sitting there every rehearsal watching, and I'm like, we need someone to play Roosevelt. so he got involved then.
That's awesome.
And has never left.
Wow. Well, do you have a favorite show from the time that you've been doing this? A favorite performance?
I think the performance that stands out, and it's because it's one we should never have even done probably, but it was.
You should have quit at year 3. You should have done this show.
Well, I say this because it's a huge production, and I think we succeeded with it. But in 2015, there was this window of opportunity to do Les Miserables.
Oh, wow.
And so we did it on this stage.
Wow.
With 40 people on stage.
Wow.
Huge production for us. And it was received so well. So that one is the one I think sticks out the most.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So I guess for people checking out, maybe if you've been in Longmont, you've driven past Jesters on the slope side of Main Street. What would you tell someone that's never been to dinner theater, hasn't been in here, they're not sure what to expect? They know.
Sure. See, for me, the thing has always been, most people who go to the theater are going to go out to dinner beforehand anyway. So why not do it all in one location?
Yeah.
And you're not required to do dinner if you come here. You can do just the show too. But I think it's just a fun, relaxed evening. It's an intimate space. You feel like you're a part of the show sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And again, it's casual. The service, I think, is friendly, and the food's good. So
I would agree. It's a really fun show. Like, it's a smaller, intimate stage. There's people that are coming out of different doors. The cast, when they're performing, you feel like you're really interactive with them. The service is really friendly. It is really laid back and mellow. It's a really fun night. It's right here in town. So what's next for you?
my stepsons have produced a movie called Sin Eater, which just was released yesterday. So it's on Walmart shelves. It's streaming on any of the platforms that you can rent from right now.
That's cool.
So I would love to do more of that if they'll bring me along with them, just like Mary Lou brought me along to begin with. So
there you go. Well, that's awesome. Well, thanks again, Scott,
Yeah.
and thanks for watching. Come check out Jesters until the end of May of 2022. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.